Hard-fought victory. To be fair, we needed this. We needed this because we had to show some character. We have to show some grit. And for me, this is what was missing in the last game. And the boys showed it today. And luckily, we came away with a very good goal. And that led to the 3 points. So we are very happy. And we can look ahead in the next round to see who come across.
Une victoire arrachée de haute lutte, je dirais, avec un grand esprit et beaucoup de buts, et une bonne mentalité de conquérant. C'est ce qui avait manqué à mon équipe au premier match. Nous l'avons montré aujourd'hui, donc nous sommes satisfaits et on va sereinement préparer la suite.
Of course, you never planned for a game that we're going to play with one man down. You got a red card in your team. You came back with a man down and were able to get a goal within that period. Even though you did not plan for that, how were you able to get that done?
Déjà, bon, c'est sûr que vous n'avez pas planifié le fait de jouer avec un joueur à moins à cause du carton rouge. Mais malgré le rouge, on a vu une très bonne réaction de votre équipe. Comment pouvez-vous nous expliquer un peu cela?
I think one word is character. We told them in the halftime that it's not so much about how good we are on the day, but we had to do everything to try and get the 3 points. And they showed character today. They worked really hard. Like I said, this is something that the team needed. So we're really happy that in such occasions, the team and the players can rise to the occasion. And in the end, it was a good goal, good quality goal. And we are very happy. We also have to give it up to Benin because they didn't give us an easy game. And we tried everything to manage it, and we did it really well. So for our boys, it's really good for them, good experience. And they can only get better. We can only get better for the next round. So we are very happy.
Donc, je décris cela en juste un mot, le caractère. Nous sommes très contents. On a pu marquer un beau but malgré qu'on ait joué à 10. Donc, ce n'était pas facile parce que le Bénin aussi, ils n'ont pas abandonné. Donc, je félicite mes garçons et ça peut être un booster pour nous pour la suite de la compétition.
Did Benin make the game a bit difficult for you and the way you had expected them to play and the results maybe you were expecting?
Est-ce que le Bénin a rendu le match très difficile pour vous par rapport à la façon dont vous vous attendiez à ce qu'ils jouent ce match?
No, looking at their game before, you can see that it's a good team, hard-working team. We knew they were going to be very aggressive, in a positive way, of course. We knew that they were going to give everything because they had to win the game or they needed a point. So we were ready, we were prepared. And like I said, it was a good test for our boys to see the other side of the game. Like, okay, if it doesn't go your way, technically or tactically, how can you make sure that you get the points over the line? And like I said, the mentality was good. So we are very happy and we push on.
Comme je dis, très bonne mentalité de mon équipe. On peut dire que le Bénin est une équipe très très agressive. On s'attendait à ce qu'il soit ainsi. Donc j'avais dit à mes garçons que ce n'est pas tous les matchs qui peuvent se passer comme ils le souhaitent. Donc on a dû aussi s'adapter très très rapidement à la manière dont le Bénin joue. Donc on est très content pour ça. On va prendre ça avec nous et puis continuer sereinement.
The first round of games in the competition at the group level will come off tomorrow. And so far, from the games that you have played and those that you have watched, how will you describe this particular tournament?
Par rapport au match que vous avez vu, on est sûr déjà que les meilleurs matchs vont venir à partir des demi-finales. Mais déjà, comment est-ce que vous décrivez le niveau général du tournoi?
I think this is a typical example of what Wafu is about. Wafu Zone B, our zone, it's not an easy zone. It's a fight. Every game is a fight. The last tournament in Togo was the same. It was tough. Not easy to play on AstroTurf, to be fair. If I have to be honest, I don't like playing on AstroTurf. But because it slows the game down, the ball keep bouncing. It's hard to manage the game how we want to play it. But for other teams, maybe it's beneficial. But it's exactly how it's supposed to be. You can see that it's fine margins, you know. Benin lost 4-1 against Nigeria, but the goals that were scored, deflections and a bit of hard luck for Benin. So you can see that it's fine margins. You just have to stay sharp, very aggressive, work really hard, and the rest is about quality in the end. When you get the chances, you score, and make sure that you don't make mistakes in the back. So it's exactly how it's supposed to be. It's good for our boys also to grow as individuals. So it's a really good tournament for us, and we can learn a lot from it. And we are very happy to be part of this.
Je peux dire que c'est un très bon tournoi pour nous. Déjà, il faut savoir que la zone UFOA B, ce n'est pas une zone facile. L'année dernière aussi au Togo, c'était un tournoi aussi difficile que ça. Donc c'est difficile de jouer sur le terrain artificiel parce que je n'aime pas, ça ralentit le match, c'est difficile pour les joueurs, surtout pour les équipes techniques qui aiment faire circuler le ballon. Mais c'est comme ça, donc nous devons nous habituer et c'est aussi un bon apprentissage pour mes joueurs. Donc nous sommes contents et on va continuer à progresser.
Final question. You are not coming up against obviously Ivory Coast in the next level competition.
Looks like it is.
Is it a side that you envisage playing or you wish you could have played a different opponent in the semi-finals?
Probablement vous allez jouer contre la Côte d'Ivoire en demi-finale. Est-ce que vous auriez souhaité rencontrer une autre équipe ou bien bon pour vous c'est pas un problème?
Like you said, mathematically, I think we'll end second in the group because Nigeria has more goal difference than us. And looking at the other group, like you said, Ivory Coast has 6 points, so 9 out of 10 it's going to be Ivory Coast. We really don't care because it's the semis. It doesn't matter who you come across. We just have to make sure that we are the best side. But it's not going to be easy because we know what happened in Togo. We took their slot in qualifying to the AFCON. So I know that, but it's a good team. I like the Ivorians. They like to play football. They want to play football. So we just have to match them and make sure that we are better.
Oui, ça ressemble à cela que nous allons jouer contre la Côte d'Ivoire. Nous allons probablement terminer deuxième du groupe et la Côte d'Ivoire première de son groupe. Donc je dirais que ça va être un match pas facile. La Côte d'Ivoire est une très belle équipe et les Ivoiriens aiment jouer au foot, nous aussi. Donc on doit juste s'assurer que nous sommes meilleurs qu'eux quand on va les affronter.
Great results and performance to your team. My question with regards to how you played after going down in the second half. So that the same players, but you switched to a three-man before with two forwards, that one was a bit wide, and then also at the point you got your man going down. My question is, same players, how important is it for you as a coach to have players that you can easily move them away, not necessarily bringing in someone outside? How are we able to get them to play that?
Oui, coach, on a vu que voilà, après le rouge, vous avez fait des restructurations au niveau de votre équipe. Les mêmes joueurs, vous les avez bougés. Est-ce que vous pouvez nous expliquer un peu comment vous avez fait cela?
Yeah, I think if you look at our team the past 2 years, the under-20s, how we select our players is based on our principles. I think most of the players can play in different positions. We are lucky because, you know, in this kind of tournament, you can only have like 20 players. So you have to make sure that some players can play multiple positions. So it makes it easier for us as coaches to change formation, system, positions with the same players, or to adapt quickly, because anything can happen in a game like today, you know. So we are very lucky to have this kind of qualities in a team, and we are happy with the selection that we made. And for me, like I said, these games, I don't wish it, but it's good games for me as a coach, and I think for the players too, tactically to adapt to play against a side with one man less is good. It's a good lesson for us, and we can only get better. And you can also see sometimes when you are playing with one man less, they are more focused, they are more hungry, they are more determined. And this is a bit typical us as Ghanaians, where we are sometimes too relaxed on the pitch, and sometimes we need a wake-up call. And for us today, the red card was a wake-up call, and we managed it well. And hopefully with 11 men, we can do better against Ivory Coast.
Yeah, il faut dire que déjà c'est une leçon, c'est un apprentissage pour nous aussi de jouer avec un joueur en moins, de jouer avec 10 joueurs. Ça donne plus d'envie, plus de faim aux joueurs. Mais je dirais que depuis les 2 dernières années, nous sélectionnons nos joueurs en fonction de ça, avec des joueurs qui peuvent jouer à toutes les positions. Donc cela nous donne beaucoup de flexibilité tactique. On peut les faire bouger sur le terrain. Donc moi particulièrement, j'aime ce genre de défis, ce genre de match. Donc ça nous motive et c'est aussi un appel à l'ordre, un réveil à l'équipe quand on a un joueur, un carton rouge. Donc j'espère qu'avec 11 joueurs, on sera capable de le faire aussi.
Any more questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Coach, congratulations on qualifying to the semi-final. So what I want to ask is, the situation around your player getting the red card, do you think it was worth it? And also the officiating of today, will you say it kind of disturbed your game? And what can you say about the officiating today? And also the player with the red card?
Coach, qu'est-ce que vous pensez en général de l'arbitrage? Vous pensez que ça a été bien? Le carton rouge est-il mérité? Qu'est-ce que vous pensez en général de l'arbitrage? Comment vous avez pu gérer ça?
I think in football, you don't have control over the referees. As for my team, sometimes you have a good day, sometimes you have a bad day. For the referees, I think sometimes also like this. It wasn't an easy game to officiate. I think some decisions should have been better, but like I said, we don't have any influence in this. So we try to be focused, we try to be very professional. We also have to help the referees to not make it more difficult, because then it doesn't help anybody. So I respect the referees. I never speak about referees, but all in all, I think they try their best, and as we did today, and we're happy with the points.
Je pense que moi, je ne parle jamais des arbitres, c'est pas facile pour eux aussi. C'est des humains, ils peuvent faire des erreurs. On ne peut pas contrôler, donc c'est pas facile pour lui. Donc je me focus sur ce qui se passe sur le terrain et on laisse les arbitres faire leur travail.
Okay, coach.
Top.